This is Richland City Hall and their service center that includes the Society Administration Office. We got the federal courthouse, and the federal courthouse, Miss Patty Maris, Mrs. Cantwell, and their service center. They apply the COVID-19 policy regulation service. We have the documents here at the Richland, hours operating Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. That's www.ci.richland.waus. 509-942. That's Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. www.ci.richland.waus. 509-942-7390. We have a workshops and formal meetings. Richland City provide the opportunity to City Council. City Council workshop is 6 p.m. City Council Chambers, North Horn Rapids. Transportation Planning Schedule, Clint Whitney Emergency Service. North Horn Rapids, South Thayer Drive, Property Surplus. Transportation Grant Operation, PD Reps, Public Works Director. Pete Murkowski, Public Works Director. Clint Whitney, Energy Service Director. Richland City Hall, ADA, Accessible Requests, Interpreters, and Services be available at the time. Notice of given waive design group proposed text amendment, Richland Municipal Code, RMC, Chapter 1920, Richland Planning Commission conduct virtual public hearing, review CA 202-21-107, Wednesday, July 28, 2020 at 6 p.m. at interested parties in Valley and attend present testimony, virtual public hearing. Environmental review proposal, subject environmental review. Persons during express notified decisions. Notice of application. Notice application, public hearing, optional DNS. Pillars Homes applied preliminary plat approval, subdivisions, 62.8 acres, 120 lots, 10 tracts, method preliminary plat of Quail Ridge 2, Phase 1 and 3 project located alongside South Side Highway SR 240 South, intersection SR 240, Twin Bridges Road APN 12008-303. This is Richland City Hall here in Richland, Washington. This is Perry and Mrs. Cantwell. Mrs. Ajmer Singh, Mr. Ajmer Singh Nijjar, AJM, SANGH Nijjar. Mr. Donald Trump and Ajmer compose and brainstorm and propose a service applied for a gateway and opportunity for executive order for the president primary election, which is Donald Trump and President Trump and Vok, Mumu and Ganja, and also the siblings under Felix Barela's household. And the Red Lion, for one, Mr. Donald Trump, I brought him to a shithole at the Red Lion. It used to be called Kavanaugh's. And Kavanaugh's is, Mr. Brent Kavanaugh is the Chief Justice Department. As you can see, I got all the law forms and the Chief Justice books and law firm administration all paid for. And administration rights and services, you know, carrying the COVID-19 policy regulations. And the service center is at the Richland City Hall at Monday to Friday. Bid opening today. This is a bid opening today, 21-0055 Clubhouse Lane Fiber and Power Extension Project turns bids inside City Hall. For information to me, date stamped before 2 p.m. Bids will not be accepted after 2 p.m. The Zoom meeting for public bid opening will begin at after 2 p.m. The access URL HTTP City of Richland Zoom US -J-84324481316 to enter the meeting ID number 843-248-1316. Join the telephone dial 1-206-337-9723 or enter meeting ID 843-244-81316. Bid opening today. 2102 Tilbury McPherson Water Maintenance Replacement Project. Turns bid inside City Hall and information desk to be date stamped before 10 a.m. The bills will be accepted 10 a.m. Meet public bid opening bids. Now the service center, they implied the individual system and the COVID-19 policy, regulation, and services. For the administration of my flag of the Richland and the flag holding the staff of the service center, applying the individual sarcasm. You notice the flag is stuck up the rafter. We're gonna have to call all units because somebody was trying to steal the flag, the United States flag from Felix Barela of the COVID-19 policy, regulation, services. We're gonna have to put it on Zoom. We're gonna have to put it on Manifest, Abstract, DOL, CDL, Military ID, Active Service and Administration Office at the Post Center and Administration Office, where they're trying to steal the Service Center and ANCRES Society and Administration Office. Here at City Hall Administration Office, the COVID-19 policy regulation. Carry the COVID-19 policy regulation service center. Now, this is the service center, City Hall Administration Office, COVID-19 policy regulation and services. Mr. Andy Miller, Prosecutor, Washington State, and Mrs. Patty and Mrs. Cantwell, and also Mr. James Madison Norman, the United States Marine Corps. Mr. Miley from the Chief Justice Department of Services for the Department of Defense. So this says Dropbox info. Process agreed file orders declared entry orders only. If you don't have the court date set to submit the orders through the process, you have the orders to be agreed upon, accept, and will contact and pick 3 business days. Filed and filed to be destroyed. Do not drop items, needs a judge signature. Please do not drop items, judge signature only. You will be signed and will be destroyed. Attention, judicial officer. Case number. Because of these claim pleadings and deputy fine clearance check of these noted on this docket, Benton County Date Domestic Relations docket, Tuesday 1:30. Date Pro say self-responded litigant docket, Tuesday 1:30 p.m. And Franklin County Domestic Relations docket, Monday at 8:30 a.m. Look at provide the clerk confirm. To meet through the legal process, provided the copy self-addressed stamp envelope, the clerk confirmed U.S. Postal Service, USPS and FedEx, confirmation signature, authorization. No copies are provided. Date, sign, telephone number, and email. Number and national cross filer and clerk, and made by part court file. Mrs. Palmer, Mrs. Cantwell, Mr. Andy Miller, James Madden, Mr. Miley, and also the affidavits that submitted to Andy Miller's at here in Washington, U.S. Courtroom A, Courtroom B, Courtroom C, D, E, F, and this is the federal courthouse here in Chadwick. And the contents of the documentation, sealed documents, and we're going to have this all applied on the COVID-19 policy, regulation, and service. Now, the service center that they have has multiple counts. The purpose of the three-part multiple count structures on these offenses can be covered by the guideline, grouped together in subsections, groups closely related counts, multiple counts on offenses covered by the guidelines. Covered by the guidelines are now grouped under 3D 1.1D. Count by Mr. Ajmer Madison, the service for the birth certificate of Mr. Felix Barela. Mr. John F. Kennedy assassinated 2 months later, leaving the Richland, Queensgate area, and executed 2 months later. It says Administration Office, COVID-19 Policy Regulations Service. It says certificate number 146-1972. 034775, Felix Barela, Felix Barela, City Administration Office, and also the file number, certificate number 146-1972-034775. Birth certificate October 21st, 1972. That's, of course, October 20. That's 1021 Columbia Center Boulevard, and that would be Red Robin, which is across the street from Richland City Hall, here on George Washington Way, George Washington House, here in EPHRATA, Washington, and carrying the COVID-19 policy regulations. Roberta V. Hernandez, Nebraska, having terminal cancer and brain cancer and lung cancer, and also kidney stones removed here in Richland, Washington. Birth of place, Roberta Barela, Nebraska. Juan Barela, Texas, 32 years old, 10/31/1970. Fee is 13005525. And that's Ajmer Singh Nijjar, Felix Barela, Cimaron 5 INC, UBI number 602979. Ivanka Barela, all UBI number 6272979. That's Washington State Farm Bureau 4011314A. Ajmer Singh Nijjar, Cimaron 5 INC, 1400 East Main. Kim Wayman, SOS WAGov Corps. Secretary of State of the primary presidential election on the service of SOS WAGov Corps. And the Richland City are dedicated to the Mayor Robert J. Thompson, Council Member Michael G. Alvarez, Bradley B. Anderson, Terry J. Christian, Messenger H. Kent, Philip R. Lemley, Ryan J. Luxon, City Manager Cynthia D. Reitz. See, when I was left as a child at the Tri-State Herald, left here in Richland, and somehow left at the Tri-State Herald as a child, out of a uterus, out of the stomach of womb of Roberta V. Hernandez in Nebraska, Mr. Juan M. Barela, and the service center of a Tri-State Herald document for the responsibility for Mr. Andy Miller, left at 7112 West Okanagan Place, Kenneth, Washington. So you got some responsibility, Mr. Andy Miller. Holding the contents and the service of the birth certificate of the United States document, the original document of United States U.S. government services for the fabrication of all but not literally rigged, as Donald Trump said, rigged, set up, made up, fabrication lies. Documents, sealed documents. Properties and deeds and repairs. And this is, of course, the defendant in the service of Steve H. Sackman, Schultz, Tabor, Wallace, Harmony, L.A. White, Cimaron 5 INC, Schultz, Tabor, Wallace, 56 T Street, P.O. Box, L.A. Harmony, Legal Schultz, Tabor, Wallace, Mr. Steve H. Sagman, and also law office of Steve H. Sagman, P.O. Box 49455, East Hemlock Suite, Othello, Washington, 99344, March, which is Roberta's birthday. March 21st is Mrs. Roberta's birthday, which says on the birth certificate. Steve H. Sackman, Service as a Habit, Bar Association, Washington State Bar Association, 00618. Attorney Defendants, P.O. Box 40945 East Hemlock, Othello, Washington, 4885636. This is Steve H. Sackman's signature. This is Schultz, Tabor, Wallace, Harmony L. White. Also, the service is signed, Schultz, Tabor, Wallace, Administration Office. This is Attorney Law Administration, Mr. 45 East Hamlet, Suite Box 409, Steve H. Sackman. Mr. Kenneth Chadwick, Attorney at Law, P.O. Box, EPHRATA, Washington, issued a check. This is Chindish, Chinese in Chinatown, and COVID-19, $2,350. We got the Vista Propane, Natural Propane, and also the Social Security Office, and also City Hall Administration Office. We have Richmond City Hall Council members Michael L. Alvarez, Mayor Robert J. Thompson, and also the Bradley, Terry, Sandra, Philip, and Ryan, and City Manager and Cynthia D. Rents. We got witnesses in service at Richmond City Hall carrying the COVID-19 number. Fax 509-488-6126. Telephone 509-488-5636. Schultz, Tabor, Wallace, PLLC, Kenneth W. Chadwick, WSBA 3350, Attorney Services, Owner Cimaron 5, NIJJAAS 320B5, Driver's License, CDL License, and Military License Service Increments of the services for the University and the Service of Law Administration built, and also the truck that drove to Andy Miller's office, driving the vehicle in Roberta, and also the service and the increments for the service for the chemotherapy, and also the Cancer Patient Society here at Colorado Building here in Richmond, Washington. Right across the street, it's Red Robin. Red Robin's at 1021 Columbia Center Boulevard. Direct deposit EFT transact, Kenneth W. Chadwick, WSBA 33509. Mr. Steve Sackman's signature. Attorney at Law 00618, Attorney at P.O. Box 4945 East Hemlock, Washington. Felix Barela, Vok Barela, Mumu, Ganja, and also Donald Trump, President Primary Election, the Red Line. And also the Danville Hotel and Services and Service implying the individual Service Secretary of State SOS WA Gov Corps, and the restatement Cs, and also the increments for the golden seals and documents that are documented onto the here in Richmond City Hall and service implying COVID-19 policy and regulation. This is Mr. Andy Miller, Washington State Prosecutor's signature, verifying the address 712 West Okanagan Place, the Cimaron 5 INC, 1400 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. UBI number Cimaron 5, Ajmer Singh, Felix Barela, Vok Barela, Ajmer Singh Nijjar, 1400 Main Street, License number is NIJJAAS 320B, UBI number 602-720-979. President Primary Election, that's at EPHRATA Courthouse, 56th Street, George Washington House Administration Office, Kim Wayman, SOL, WaGov Corps Administration, bailiffs, administration, staff members.